All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to take an incredible D&D session and bring it to life as a legend. This is a story of mystery, of magic, and a secret that's been buried deep, deep underground. So let's start this story at the end. Picture this: a lone hero standing at the mouth of a pitch-black cave. He's done what he came to do, but he is not safe, not by a long shot. Because out there in the darkness, an unknown threat is on the move, and you can just see their torches getting closer and closer. I mean, talk about a cliffhanger, right? So how in the world did he get into this mess? To really feel the danger, we've got to go back. We need to see how it all started. Okay, so every great story has its heroes, and this one is no different. Let's meet the party. We've got this unlikely group of 6 adventurers, and believe me, they've all been pulled into this mystery for their own unique reasons. First up, we've got Cedric Featherstep. He's a human druid, and he's the kind of guy who's way more at home listening to the whispers of the forest than, the sounds of a battlefield. He's all about the secrets of the natural world. Joining him is Telenor, a super sharp-eyed elven ranger. And you can't talk about Telenor without mentioning his loyal wolf companion, Phelan. Seriously, these two are a team. Not much gets past them. Then there's Thane. He's a bard, but he's also an air genasi, which means he's got the blood of air elementals running through his veins, hence the blue skin. He can weave these incredible songs, but his own story? Total mystery. He's as much of an enigma as the places they explore. And you don't want to mess with this next guy. This is Okazaki, an Asamara samurai. Asamara means he's got some celestial heritage, a touch of the divine. He is all about discipline and lives by this incredibly strict, honorable code. Walking that same warrior's path is Roberto Confrezi. He is a human samurai, younger, but just as determined. He's really out here to prove himself and make a name for himself. And rounding out the party, we have the brains of the operation, Calypso. She's this brilliant elven wizard, and her grasp of magic is, well, it's something else. She's pretty much the guiding light that keeps them from getting lost in all this darkness. Okay, now that you know the crew, let's follow them down. They're descending into these halls, but this isn't your typical dusty old tomb or some random monster's den. No, this place, it feels different. It feels intentional. And of course, the welcome wagon is giant rats. A whole swarm of them just comes pouring out of the shadows. A classic dungeon crawl welcome, if a bit disgusting. A pretty standard warm-up for a crew like this. They make short work of them, taking out 6 of the giant rodents. But don't let this easy win fool you. It's just a distraction from the real mystery that's lurking just around the corner. And this is where it gets good. They find a trapdoor. And underneath isn't gold or jewels, it's a hidden locker room. And inside, everything is in perfect condition. We're talking military supplies, uniforms with the symbol of a flaming fist, and a couple of old journals. So right away they know, this isn't some ancient ruin. It's a hidden military base. So, while they're uncovering the secrets of this place, one of their own reveals a huge secret. Thane, the bard, tells them he has total amnesia. Like, he remembers nothing before he washed up on an island 30 years ago. And the party, being the heroes they are, they immediately promise to help him figure out who he is. So they press on, deeper into this garrison. But something's weird. Every hallway they take seems to curve back. They keep ending up where they started. It doesn't take them long to figure out this is on purpose. The whole layout is designed to mess with your head and get you hopelessly lost. All right, so while the group is stuck in this maze of looping corridors, one of our heroes decides to do something different. A choice that's going to give him a ton of power, but as these things always go, it's going to come at a serious cost. It's Okazaki, the samurai. He actually decides to leave the others behind and head back up to the surface. Why? Well, they'd found this amazing suit of magical armor, and he needs some quiet time alone to bond with it, to attune to its power. And here we have the classic double-edged sword, right? The armor is incredible. It makes him super tough to hurt, which is a massive win for a frontline fighter. The catch? It's cursed. There's this dark, invasive energy that starts seeping into his mind, into his very soul. Okay, so while Okazaki is dealing with that upstairs, the party downstairs finally cracks the code. They find a new passage, one that breaks the loop. But it doesn't lead out. Oh no, it leads them straight into the heart of this whole operation. And what they find is bizarre. At the end of this long hall is this huge, cavernous room that looks like a ballroom. It's completely out of place down here. There's a stage at one end, and the walls are covered with these intricate, divine-looking carvings. But the real centerpiece of the room is this massive mural. It's just dominating the far wall. And it shows this guy, blonde hair, big mustache, wearing that same Flaming Fist uniform. He's obviously the leader. But as they're looking at it, they get this feeling that something is just off. And Thane, our bard, he can feel it. He trusts his gut and walks closer to get a better look. And as he does, the whole mural just shimmers. It wavers like a heat haze. The leader, the background, everything. It wasn't real. It was all one giant, masterfully crafted illusion. Literally, at the exact second he realizes it's a fake, Thane gets this urgent magical message. His horses, the ones he'd summoned, have arrived. Something's up. He shouts a warning to the others about the illusion and just bolts for the surface. He scrambles out of the cave, back into the cool night air. And he sees it. And we're right back where we started. In the distance, a line of torches, moving through the darkness. And they're not just wandering around, they're heading straight for the cave. So that leaves us with a big question, doesn't it? Who is carrying those torches? Is it the real Flaming Fist, finally coming back to their secret base? Or is it something, or someone, else, drawn here by all the commotion? And what about Okazaki, alone on the surface, wrestling with that cursed armor? Man, what a place to end it.